Come to Remora TC to trade like a shark and not get eaten by one. Let's school together to protect and grow our money. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, 17th of June. There are 2 hours left in the trading day. So this video is being recorded before the market has closed. Usually, almost all of my videos are at market close, but today I want to go see some World Cup matches at a bar. So because of that, I'm recording this video before the market has finished trading in the normal trading day. Let's get started with the tickers we have. And from last week, the format will be the long trades that I'm focused on and wanting you to consider either from a learning perspective or from a trading perspective. And then we'll review the rest of the tickers, mostly the ones that are all to the downside. Kicking things off with Whirlpool Corporation. We know that over the past month or so, 2 months, I've talked about bullish divergence coming in, and I am in this trade long, as you've been notified from my prior videos. I've told you all about that, and I've talked about this accumulation phase here. It continues to accumulate, even though you can see the price is moving sideways in this zone between 45 and down here at about 39. Okay, it's just moving sideways. But with that, and what's essential for us to focus on is the bullish divergence down here. Okay, so you see that the RSI is opposing the price action, and because of that, I feel price will continue to move upward, and with the first target being this purple trend line along here. That's about a 16% move. Okay, so no change in my overall direction for Whirlpool. It still is a good long trade. Switching over to Nike. This is the shoe brand everybody's been hyped up about with all the pink boots, pink soccer cleats that are at the World Cup. You can see the bullish divergence here, okay? And hence my annotation, the price will likely hold on this red trend line. And then from there, it will use it as a strong support for at least minimally the first move up to the gap fill up here. Okay. In fact, I'm going to put the whale emoji here. This is the emoji that I use to explain that the whales, the big fish, are jumping back in for the trade. So you can see it there. Okay. In fact, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. There you go. From a weekly standpoint, just because this one has been bombed out for a long time, you can see price has been using this red trend line as support many times. Okay, here you go. Now it's failed it, but then it's reclaiming it. I think it's a good opportunity to get in to this trade long. Where is the first target? Well, first target is gap fill at around 52. You've got the 200-day here as the next target. And in fact, I think the 59-ish right here is a further target, okay? So I'm sticking with this Nike trade long. I'm in this trade. Switching over to Northrop Grumman. Okay. I put the whales. I mean, I've been telling everybody the bullish divergence that's coming in. This is the daily chart. You can see price is moving sideways. It's really in this accumulation phase. I did put these lines down here to say if the market makers were to push price down to this zone down here, it would be a really nice long, okay, at around 518. But I don't see it right now. I do think it might end up doing it though, okay? So I'm just going to slide this over because I don't think this is out of play yet. But overall, the direction that I feel Northrop will go, at least for the medium term, maybe in the next couple of weeks, is to the upside, okay? And I'm going to put this at the 200-day here. Let's say 200-day at about whatever the 200-day will be. Let's take a look real quick. There is a gap here. Let's annotate it just to be consistent. Is this a real target? Let's take a look. So we've got gap entry here at about 640. Yeah, I think it would be a target. So first target is the 200-day, about a 12% move from where we are now. From where we are now to gap fill, it's about a 20% move. So, yeah. Northrop is set up for a long, okay? Now let's go over to the trades that don't look so good for the longs. It's really on the short side. For those who are selling with the sharks. The sharks baited us over here, got people to buy in, and then hit all-time highs. They sold it off. And you can see that in the past few days, they attempted to reclaim the all-time high. Okay, so with this date, Monday the 15th, price got up to near the all-time high, but didn't quite hit it. And you can see it's a little bit of selling. So at the moment, I would treat this as a double top. Let's just annotate it here. This is a top, this is another top. And with that, the selling will resume over the next weeks. I'll just slide this over. No change in my overall prediction for triple Qs. I've been talking about it for, I don't know, maybe a month, okay, since this baiting period. Okay, over to Microsoft. This one, my chart's really busy here. I'm going to clean it up, okay, because some of this is no longer in play. What is in play is the shark, which is the sell indicator that goes along with the bearish divergence here. All of the rest of this was annotations from the past couple of weeks. I thought price would actually come up, hit up here to make a double top, one top here, another top here, but it didn't. Okay, so let's just delete it for now to make the chart clearer for all of us. The overall direction is the downside. I'm going to keep the purple trend line here, the purple annotation, where it's a flag here. This is the next part of the flagpole. Overall, the direction is to the downside. Just kind of go like this to be really clear with all of you, right? I'm not changing my annotations just because it suits me. I'm just retaining my prediction, same prediction. It's just price doesn't always move exactly when I think it will move. It takes weeks, could take a couple of days, it could be super quick, like a gap down, or it could take a couple of weeks after a lot of sideways movement. Right now, Microsoft has, you can see it's broken down underneath 390. This is 390 right here. I thought, in fact, they would bounce it up like this, okay? They only bounced it up to here, right? So I thought they'd come down and bounce it up here, but instead they came up, hit this trend line, and they started the selling. So it's fine. I mean, it's, all this is just predictions. So I'm going to clean some of this up. Overall, the annotation remains to the downside. And I'll just draw it like that to the gap fill, okay? All right. If you're long Microsoft, take your profits when you can. Right now is not the time to go long, okay? The selling will start. Now, I do think there is some support down here. I'll just slide this over. Around this 350. Between 340 and 350, there seems to be quite a bit of support down there. Okay, let's leave it like that. Next up, GDX. GDX is just playing out as I've been annotating. I put the shark here, informing everybody that there is negative divergence down here. The RSI is downward, price is moving upward. There's a double top, 1, 2. Price is selling off in a flag pattern. Here's the flag pole, here's the flag. I think the next overall move will be down to this trend line here. And it's slowly doing that. It's just taking time, weeks for it to come down. I discussed how there is resistance here. You can see that over the last couple of days, the gap price up. We'll just make a gap here just to be consistent. Okay, they put a gap here. They gapped it up, and then price hit today at resistance, okay? And the selling will resume. So hit resistance, it'll come back down. I'll just kind of slide this over. There's no change in my tune. And yeah, further low prices for GDX. At max, I think they might push it up, possibly up to this 94 range, okay, which is the gap fill up here. And then the selling will resume, okay. Over to Bitcoin. I mean, this one's playing out very cleanly. This is the daily chart. You can see this flag pattern here. I made the prediction that it will come back down to 58, which is this trend line support here. Excuse me, this price support here at 58. And then my next prediction is 42. What this is right here, okay, it's just a flag. So let's clean things up a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this orange just so that we don't get so confused. Here's the flag. So let's say the flag is from here to here. Make it black so that it's easier to see. Okay, I'm going to duplicate it, right click, clone. In fact, excuse me, before I clone it, before I make the flagpole, let's make the flag. So let's say the flag is something like this. Okay, let's clone this guy. Other part of the flag, upper part of it, I'm going to go like that. Actually, let's go to the hourly. Just for a little bit more fidelity. It's a little bit cleaner. So let's say if I go to hourly and make it like that, and upper part of it maybe, let's see. I'll move this up. Yeah, I like it like this. So here's the reason for that is support here, bounce off this part of the flag, bounce off of it underneath, on top of it, comes over here, yeah, resistance here, support here, resistance here, now resistance again. Okay, so that's the upper part of the flag. And then the bottom part's down there, okay? I'll just make it a 3, it's so thick. All right, let's zoom back out to the daily. All right, so that's how it looks. There's your flag, okay? And then the flagpole, duplicate, and then the way it works is wherever price breaks along the bottom edge here, let's just kind of stick it. I'll just stick it there as a prediction, okay? It comes down to, what's this, 52? That's fine. I mean, that's, you know, it's not a science. There's a lot of flags along the way, but for now, let's just leave it like that, okay? Prediction is to the downside, no change in my tune. 58 is the first target. Okay, and in fact, go back to my video in November. I made that prediction of 58, so it'll get there. Okay, it got down to as low as, what's this here? This one, low as 59,110. Okay, so really close. It'll get there. It'll get to 58, and then 42 is the next low target. Is there bullishness? Is there any momentum change to the upside for those who want to go long? No, no bullish momentum at all. Okay, it remains a seller's market. The sharks are selling. So let's move the 200-day over. There's a 200-day. And delete this red one just to clean it up a little bit. All right, so there you have it. Over to American Express. If you watched the video last week, I didn't make this one a green annotation right back here. I didn't put it at the top of the list as a long trade. And I talked about how, because so much of trading deals with psychology, and my prior successes with financial trades have always been to the downside, not to the upside. I couldn't, from a personal psychology standpoint, explain to you that this was a fantastic long trade and that I would jump into it. Because from a psychological standpoint, some of my battle wounds, my lost trades, the trades where I lost money, were to go long on financials. But on the flip side, I was always very successful shorting financials, just like the sharks do. So with that, I wanted to be very clear that I couldn't actually jump into the trade myself. But I did want to highlight for you that it is bullish divergence down here, hence I put the whale. And my overall annotation for the past couple of weeks is to the upside. You could see it here. Go back last week and even the week before. I said the momentum is to the upside. You can see over the past week, right? Today, yesterday, and the past week, boom. Prices come up to what I thought would have been resistance here. Okay, resistance here at 342. But they poked it up some more. Now, the day hasn't finished yet. Okay, there is about an hour and 45 minutes left in the trading day. So we'll have to see if the momentum push up here is, stronger than my annotation. If it does hold above this 343, then we'll have to see if the divergence will continue to stay, if no divergence shows up, or if there is some negative divergence, okay? And we'll have to wait till next week. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this, okay, beyond the 343, because I don't see any bearishness at all. So no bearishness at all. I'm going to zoom out just to see where another support area might be. Okay. So for now, I think what's going to happen is the price movement will be upward. Okay, that's fine. And I think what will happen is price will come up, maybe, poke its head through 346, maybe get up to about almost 350, and then it'll come back down and for some support. It may come back down to the 200-day down here as support, and then continue upward move. Okay. Overall, it is a bullish trade. 200 days up here. Excuse me. The gap fills up here. Okay. So anyway, that's where I think American Express will go. And we'll have to revisit it. Once it's up here in this zone, we'll have to revisit it. I'm not going to go long because my psychology with financial stocks going long isn't good. But you have to remember, trading is all about psychology, personal psychology. It's about manipulation from the external standpoint, whether you listen to the news or you watch YouTube channels, or you're following an Instagram channel, or your best friend's uncle and your grandfather. They're all trying to chirp at you to tell you to do something. Then use that as a way to go take a look at the charts, see how the momentum is going, or maybe drop me a comment. Let me know, hey, somebody's been telling me about such and such stock, okay? And then I'll take a look. The last ticker for today's chart deck is XOM Mobil. For a while now, since April timeframe, I talked about all this baiting, the shark signal. I put this bait here, this fish on a fishing rod as my bait signal, that they're going to try to bait you, and indeed they did. And then you can see price broke underneath this trend line here. Resistance was met here, as I had predicted. You can see all the sideways movement, and now price is just breaking down, okay? Regardless of what the news tells you. You can see I already put the arrow here to say, hey, it's going down. There's that song, it's going down. By Timber, something like that, Timber or Kesha. Anyway, if you remember, put it in my comments. And then you can see here, further selling. Let me just re-annotate this 200-day real quick. It's more like this. And then, yeah, the next target really is down here at the purple trend line. It might take a small bounce on the 200-day, but overall, down to the purple trend line, okay? So if I were you, I wouldn't go long anytime now. This is a really bad place to go long. All right, those are the tickers for this week. As usual, give me a thumbs up, click the notification bell, let yourself be notified of when I put out another video. Watch the World Cup. Enjoy it because it's a wonderful display of sportsmanship, and the fans are really interacting well together. They're helping one another as we intend to do on this channel. If you find something that you think is interesting for me to review, let me know. Share my material with your friends and family. And as always, good luck with your trades.